And here's your host for tonight, Brooks Carroll.
Good evening, everyone. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. I have interviews from two books, The Great Gatsby and The Grapes of Wrath. From The Great Gatsby, we have F. Scott Fitzgerald himself coming in for a live interview, along with Jay Gatsby and Tom Buchanan. Grapes of Wrath, we have John Steinbeck along with Tom Joad himself. So you're in for a good show tonight.
Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone.
A Bro Studio production.
Hey everyone, my name is Brooks Carroll. I'm bringing in F. Scott Fitzgerald to talk about his novel, The Great Gatsby, today.
Yeah. 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 Who did you get with the gold links? Got me remembering.
You can come on in, F. Scott.
Thanks for having me on the show, Brooks.
Nice
Electric in the air.
Great friend.
Back to my dog to be here.
Alright. So, Scott, I want you to tell me, there's a lot of symbolism in your book. Can you describe that for me? What's the main symbols?
Yeah, I mean, the 1920s were a very pivotal time in American history, and I think in writing my book, I needed to really just have something that symbolized the crucial.
Okay, so what were the main symbols?
Yeah, okay, so the Valley of Ashes is really just a dismal, barren wasteland halfway between West Egg and New York.
Yeah.
And it has a pair of, Dr. E.J. Eckelberg, his old billboard. It has a pair of eyes looking down across the city, and that just really symbolizes God looking down on the destruction and wastefulness that these rich folk of West New York just kind of show and kind of display throughout the novel.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so my second question, I have two more questions for you.
Yeah.
So to what extent was Gatsby great?
This is a question I get a lot, and my personal humble opinion as the author is that Gatsby really is as great as he seems.
Is he?
Yes, he.
Because I know some people think because, he changed his name and, he started from nothing, he's not really that great. He got his money illegally.
True. I mean, I kind of left that part open to interpretation.
Exactly.
But, I mean, I think the illegitimacy of his money is kind of just representative of the American dream. I mean, there is no definition to the American dream.
That's very true.
People can do what they want, and in that time, bootlegging was illegal, but it wasn't morally wrong. It was illegal
so you think
in the eyes of the government.
Gatsby?
I think it was alright. I mean, but I think
there you have it. From F. Scott Fitzgerald, he thinks Gatsby was great. So now I have my third question for you. So the geographical locations throughout the book, such as East Egg, West Egg, what do they mean to the characters?
So the West Egg is definitely more the wild and rebellious egg of the two, in which Gatsby lives. And Tom Buchanan and Daisy live on the East Egg, which represents old money, whereas the West Egg represents new money, and kind of just the upcoming of the American dream and these young, wild folk getting a lot of money and then being really wild with it. This really represents the division of American wealth.
Of course. So on East Egg, you gave the readers the sense that the East Egg just felt like the West Egg wasn't as good as them.
Yeah, they definitely have
to do that.
I definitely did. The old wealthy people definitely felt they had a sense of betterness over the other ones. Yeah. Okay. West Egg people. So, I mean that again tends to give readers a sense of the division in wealth in America at the time.
All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Now we're gonna have the Great Gatsby come talk to us.
Jay!
You can come on in, Jay. Jay, nice to see you, son.
Nice to meet you, old sport.
Alright, so Jay, I gotta know. Did you think that you were going to be able to get Daisy and win her back after all those years of being away?
Well, Brooks, honestly, Daisy's on all mine. And just like this dog right here,
Okay.
she's right in my lap.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, I got her tied up.
Well, there you have it. Gatsby just seems very confident. He thinks Daisy's all his. And I have a special surprise for you guys. Mr. Buchanan, will you come on in? You can feel the tension in the air, folks. All right, so Mr. Buchanan, what's your opinion on this? You think you had Daisy kind of locked down or what?
I feel like I have had her locked down. In fact, I've been hitting it for the past few years.
Well, you know, just like Ray J, I hit it first.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll shut you down. Okay, now, I remember in the hotel room, you said that Gatsby, you realize he's not an Oxford man?
He's not an Oxford man.
And what's your opinion on that? You think you're of his caliber? And
You know, I do think I'm of his caliber. I might not be an Oxford man, but I'm a classy, well-respected man in my community. And I do believe
Throw some
my
sweet
net
words.
worth is more than yours.
Now, Tom, do you have a comeback to that, or?
Well, like Mark Twain once said, never argue with stupid people.
All right, so we called you stupid. Now, considering you died in the novel, I'd say that Mr. Buchanan has won this argument, and you can leave now. So.
Sorry, I'm picking Daisy up at 7.
Oh, yeah?
See you later, old sport.
She might be a little sore.
Nobody's fooling nobody as to where it goes. I'm sitting down here in a campfire light, searching for the ghost of Tom Jones.
My next guest tonight is John Steinbeck. John, you can come on in. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh, absolutely. It's an honor. So, John, I'm going to ask you a few questions about your book, The Grapes of Wrath.
Of course.
My first question, so John, tell me about why exactly you had about half the chapters focused on the Jodes while you had the other half, more broader and more focused on the general public.
That's a very common question that I get.
Okay.
So now you see the long narrative chapters, it's more about the Jode's journey, the hardships faced,
Yeah.
the meanings of the shorter chapters.
Yeah, okay.
See, so they just sort of tie in together, hand in hand,
And then,
describing the journey that
Exactly.
was out west.
Okay, I have another question. This is more of a personal question.
All right.
Who were your favorite characters in the book?
I think I gotta go with Jim Casey.
Jim Casey, huh?
Jim Casey.
Okay, I gotta say, my favorite was Noah. What do you feel about him? How's
Ooh, Noah.
Noah?
He was quite a character.
He was quite the character, huh? How do you feel about him leaving the family, just leaving Tom behind and going on his own? Do you think he lived?
Noah, he lived.
Okay.
I'll spoil that. He lived.
Huh. Well, there you have it. Noah lived. Now, Jim Casey. He's an interesting figure in your book. Some think
Yes.
he's kind of a Christ figure. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, that's sort of what I was going for while I was writing this novel.
Right. Okay.
I mean, his ideas, his leadership, just how he sort of brought the group together when things would get bad.
Exactly.
And then the initials,
The initials, of course. A lot of
JC
people
and
caught up on
JC.
that. There you go. Yep, JC. All right. Now, my next guest on the show tonight is Tom Joad. He's a crucial character in The Grapes of Wrath, and you can come on in, John. Tom.
Hello. Nice to have me on the show,
Oh
Brooks.
yeah, it's a pleasure. Absolutely. All right. So Tom, tell me, when you got out of jail for killing that one dude,
Yeah.
what was your first thought when you saw like your family had left? Did you think they just left you without telling you? Or what?
Yeah, it was just a real moment of confusion. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I had gone to prison with everything being all right,
Uh-huh.
and then to come home to basically nothing, and
Yeah,
a
that's
bulldozer
tough.
bulldozing our livelihood, basically our
I'd-
farm and our home, my childhood home. It was
Okay.
just devastating.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So there's this one scene towards the end of the book, and you leave your family. You have this last conversation with your mom about how you'll always be there, representing people. Tell us about
the
that.
human spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Is that what your character?
Yeah,
stood for?
he represented the good of humanity, basically.
Absolutely.
He was just the embodiment of the human spirit, in which the novel really touched on, saying that all humans were kind of connected, and that all of our struggles and all of our endeavors were all just like for one big purpose.
Exactly. Well, there you have it. You heard it from Tom Joad himself. All right. We'll see you next week.